The day is finally here. We're getting married. I've been waiting for this day for a long time, and I couldn't be more excited to spend the rest of my life with you.
On this day 2 years ago, you asked me to spend the rest of my life with you. Today I become your wife. From the time I first met you, I knew that I loved you, even though you stood in the kitchen and didn't talk to anyone. Actually, I picked out the song I would walk down the aisle to at our wedding only 1 month after we started dating.
I'm writing this letter because I want to remind you just how much I love you. You are the most courageous, kind-hearted, intelligent, and beautiful person I've met. If I took the time to list all the reasons for loving you, this letter would become a novel. Because I only have a few lines, I will describe but one of the many reasons for loving you. Your eyes. Your eyes were the first things I noticed when I met you. They are such a precise mix of blues, greens, and grays that I'm certain the most skilled artist would fail to capture every sparkle and hue. If I'm afforded no luxury in life other than seeing each morning what an artist could never capture, I will have lived the perfect life. Always, Stephen.
Long distance wasn't easy, but it sure was worth it. It gave me the chance to really get to know you. Every text conversation, every Skype date, every phone call, I was listening and falling in love with you more each and every day. I'm so blessed to be marrying such a kind, caring, and selfless man. I do not have the words to describe the love I have for you, so I will use the words of a wise bear named Winnie the Pooh. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I will never have to live without you. See you at 5. I'll be the one in white, your bride.
Your turn now?
Yeah.
Oh, you look beautiful. Love you too.
So I knew Abby in high school, but I never really got the chance to know her outside of class, really. But after her and Steven started dating and she came over to our house for the first time, I knew from the very beginning that she was going to be something special. If you've spent any time with Abby at all, you know that she's one of those type of people who bring out the best in those who surround her. She's loving, she's caring, and you don't have to spend much time with her at all to know that. And if you hang out with them both, actually, it's weird because it actually goes both ways, I think. They tend to bring out the best in each other because deep down under that curmudgeon shell, there's a real loving guy, and I'm not just saying this. He would give you the shirt off his back if you asked him for it, and I'm dead serious about that. And I think the truth is that Abby and Steven have found in each other one of God's greatest gifts, and that is that selfless love that so many of us look for, but so few of us ever really find.
Do you this day take Abby to be your lawfully wedded wife? Will you love her and lead her? Will you keep her in sickness and in health, and in plenty and in want, and forsaking all others for the rest of your days on earth? Will you keep yourself faithfully only to Abby so long as you both shall live? If you will, say, I will.
I will.
Abby, will you take Stephen to be your lawfully wedded husband? Will you, in response to his love and leadership, love him and keep him and submit to him in sickness and in health, in plenty and in want, and forsaking all others for the rest of your days on earth? Will you keep yourself faithfully unto Stephen so long as you both shall live? If you will, say, I will.
I will.
I, Stephen,
Take you, Abby,
take you, Abby,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold
to have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better,
for better,
for worse,
for worse,
for richer,
for richer,
and for poorer,
for poorer,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health,
and in health,
to love
to love
and to cherish
and to cherish,
until we are parted by death.
until we are parted by death.
I, Abby,
Take you, Stephen,
take you, Stephen,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have
to have
and to hold
and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better,
for better,
for worse,
for worse,
for richer,
for richer,
and for poorer,
and for poorer,
in sickness
in sickness
and in health,
and in health,
to love
to love
and to cherish
and to cherish
until we are parted by death.
until we are parted by death.
Stephen, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Casey Howard.
Bride and groom, Abby and Stephen, I feel such a kaleidoscope of emotions. I know that Abby has found her true match, and I know that theirs will be a marriage long-standing. My heart is bursting with love for you two today. I know you have a wonderful adventure ahead of you, and with God's blessing, your marriage will last for decades to come. Thanks, Hudson. I never knew Stephen before he dated my sister, so I can't tell you horrible before and after stories. But I can tell you that not only is he perfect for my sister, but he also has a stuffed alligator that'll fit perfectly on your coffee table. And he is planning to accent your kitchen backsplash with fish bones. Stephen is easygoing, interesting, intelligent, easy to talk to, enthusiastic, and an expert when it comes to filling out sports brackets. So far, the only person in our family that has been able to beat him is my 2-year-old son. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or an insult, but we'll just say that Stephen has some mad bracket skills. He is the perfect addition to our family. Now, when I talk about my baby sister, I could bore you with stories for hours. I've always been a bit protective, but I think when I look back on our adventures in childhood, they're pretty great. I know Abby has brought so much joy into our lives, and I can't help but think that she'll bring that into Stephen's life as well. I mean, she's had a lifelong love of cats, and you just got a cat, so she's already forced that upon you. So all jokes aside, Abby, I love you and could not be happier for you.